Hi, this is Kim Chandler. I'm with the 40 something Cowgirls. I work with the corporate office and I do most of the roster work. I am going to show you some tips and tricks on your renewal list or your list that you get from the corporate office and how I manipulate my data. This one will look a little bit differently because I've taken out the addresses and all the pertinent information for the Cowgirls as we keep some of this stuff very private. So first off, I've downloaded this and you should have saved it somewhere on your hard drive, hopefully. And what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure that all your dates are correct. Um, Sometimes when you save them, it comes in with a weird number format. So in order to fix it, all you have to do is right click at the top of the column on column F. If you left click on it and then drag it over to the second column, you'll highlight both of them. And then you'll go up to your, hopefully you had the same one, but the drop down box for me is a short date, I would just fix it and that would fix my dates normally. Of course, if you have any problems, you can always contact me at any time and I'll help you with whatever I can. Next, we're going to make a new column here, and this is going to be my renew date. And my second column that I'm going to create is a status. To make this a little bit bigger so you can read it, you just have to double click at the edge of the H column. That'll open that up so you can see it better. You can do that with all of them by highlighting all of them and doing a double click, and that will make everybody show up so you can see everything. Okay, now let's get started with the renew date. So first of all, what I'm going to do is create a formula. And to do that, I will hit the equal sign, and I want to look at the renew date in column G first, because this is the most recent renew date from anyone, if they have renewed at any time. And then we're going to do a plus, so if you just hit your plus sign, and then 365, because we're going to add 1 year to it, and then hit enter. This will create the date for you, 1 year, and this is your current date for renewal. And this one should be 410/2015, so that should make that 16. Okay, so when you want to drag this down and copy it down to everybody else, what you're going to do is you're going to look for, when you hover over this cell, this little plus sign, and then you'll hit your left button on your mouse and hold it down and drag down to the end of your list. You will see some odd numbers here, which are 1230, 1900. That's because these are blank, and we're going to fix those now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the top row, and I'm going to filter. And then I'll go back to column G, because this is the one that we want to filter on and get just the blanks now. So to do that, we just open this up and you'll have all of this, and you take the select all, so it takes everything out of the selection, and we just want blanks. So you can see here now all our blanks are there. We're going to do a new formula over the top of this one, so you just hit your equal sign again and hit your F column now for that date, because that's the first date when they actually have ever joined the Cowgirls. And it may be that these are new members, it may be expired members, but we just want to validate that information. And we're going to do a plus 365 days again and hit enter. I'm going to hover over again till you get your little plus sign, hold down your left arrow button on your mouse and drag it down again. And now we have a date there, and we're going to go back and make sure we have a date for everything, because we're going to go back to column G where we filtered the blanks, and we're going to select all. Now everything is selected, and we're going to double check again and make sure we have a date, which we do. Yahoo! We're doing something right again. So here we go now into our status, and we're going to start creating for the expired members now. And in order to do that, you go to your new renew date, and you look at anybody that was, and we're going to unselect all again. We know 2011, 12, 13, and anybody in 2014 should be expired. And since I'm doing this presentation in May, I'm going to take out the February, the March, and the April and leave May in there at this time. Now these are all our expired, and we'll just put in expired. Going to hover over this again, get our plus sign, drag it all the way down. Now this one's a little bit different, or you could do it a little bit differently. There's two different ways. If you wanted to, you just, once you put expired in there, if you take it and drag it all the way down to the bottom, if you forgot to, if it didn't copy it for some reason, you could just do a Control D here, and that would copy from the top one down. Either way works. Then next, I'm going to look at taking these out again. And we're going to look at, we know that 2016, all of those are good. 15, we're going to remove the February, March, and April. We'll pick up May, June, July, August, through the rest of this year, because we know that these are all current. And we will mark these current. And again, I'm going to show you, I'll show you the Control D way, but the drag down works really well too. So if you want to go all the way down to the bottom, it didn't copy it. I've released my left arrow on my mouse. It's just got the cells highlighted. I can do a Control and hold the Control key and do a D, and that'll copy from the top one down. Old habits are hard to break. I use a lot of different things. So here we go, and we're going to open this up and make sure we have something in here for everybody. And we do. Now you can, at this time, you can highlight either your current or you can highlight your expired. What I'm going to do is fix the expired on this one for demonstration purposes. And what I'm going to do is unselect all, just select my expired people. And I'm going to copy down. So here we're going to go into column 4A, and I'm holding down my left click on my mouse, and I'm dragging it over, and I'm just going to pull it down so it copies all of these, it puts these all into highlighted status. Now you could either highlight them that way, or you can change the font color, which will make them look like that. And then when you open up and add your current back in, you can see who's expired and who's current very quickly. And that's what I do with my list, so I know who's where, and then I also will go back and I'll look at some of these people. Okay, let's look at in 2015, we have our May people that are probably expired, and I want to call them. And so you can change your status to call, or whatever status you want to put it in, so that you will take care of. And I use the slide dial and I call them so I don't have to actually talk to them. It makes it a lot easier that you don't have to stop and have a conversation for an hour with someone when you just want to remind them that their membership is due. And what this does, it puts it into a message for them. And they just get the message. It doesn't ring the phone or anything. It just puts it to a direct message, and they get that as soon as they want to listen to a message. And it's kind of handy. Anyways, that's my tip for the day. I'll be making some more videos later and hope you enjoy it. Thank you.